Boston against the 3-year reliever turned starting pitcher full-time this season. That's Kyle Leahy, the right-hander.
Yeah, for Kyle, and working up his innings and trying to get through the lineup a third time. He doesn't do that very often.
There's a breaking ball, and he goes around, according to the crew chief Bill Miller at third.
Leahy throws. Duran swings and grounds one hard on the right side. It's handled there by Weatherholt. The second baseman throws to first, and yet again, 1-2-3, top of the first for the Red Sox. Ranger Suarez needs to lock it in. He'll be on the mound in a scoreless game. Bottom one next.
They'll take on Ranger Suarez, who had some rocky moments in the WBC for Venezuela, and so far, a tough start in Houston and a loss against the Padres. Weatherholt flips it into right field. That'll drop in front of Abreu. J.J. Weatherholt continues to get on base. He's gotten aboard in all 13 starts this year. Payoff pitch. Jam shot to short. Grab by Story. Myers relay. Double play. That's something that Ranger Suarez loves. Some weak contact to induce the double play ball, and the bases are wiped.
He's not going to waver in how he pitches. He's just going to get better on the edges of the zone.
Ranger is a typically stoic guy, very cool and calm. You can sense a little bit of frustration. Half his pitches have been out of the zone so far.
You have to navigate and kind of limit the damage. He hasn't been able to limit that damage in those 2 games so far.
Swing and a miss. He got him. No challenge needed there. Excellent pitch by Suarez. Man, did they need that.
Throw to second and on to first, double play. And the Cardinals turn their second double play. So 2 straight innings, a leadoff batter is erased with a double play.
Is that 3 already?
3 in this game between the 2 defenses.
Well, for the Red Sox, they have found ways to not put some runs on the board, and they're going to put some runs on the board. It's just been a rough start.
2 down bases clear, and here now is Jordan Walker. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Outstanding fastball from Ranger, who's finding himself a little bit here.
This is a guy that has such a great toolkit, John Duran. He's got everything that you would want in a baseball player in terms of what he can do defensively, the speed. He's got power. Waits for a 1-2 and hits it hard into right center field. There's a base hit. Anthony was thinking about it. He took a big turn, but he'll stay at second base. And 2 aboard with only 1 out here in the 4th. Willson Contreras is coming to the plate, the former St. Louis Cardinal.
You know he wants to do something here for his new team against his former team.
Ropes that one down the left field line. That's a fair ball, and it's going to give the Red Sox the lead. Anthony's going to score, and there's the speed of Duran as it kicks off the sidewall. 2-run score, and Contreras indeed delivers. It's 2-0 Boston.
This ball was smoked. 113 miles per hour off the bat.
And Boston strikes first, and that is a walk drawn. 3 walks in this inning issued by Leahy. It has been a tough go for Leahy. Now the bases are loaded for Carlos Narvaez.
1-1. Here's a high fly into center field. Scott will have room in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. The Red Sox do get 2, but they leave the bases loaded.
He has, amongst starters now, he's got the lowest average fastball velocity for starters at like between 90 and 91 miles an hour. There's a well-placed sinker. Speaking of which, didn't need a whole lot past 90 miles an hour to freeze Fermin for the second out of the inning.
Well, there's a great example of why a hitter's looking out over the plate. He sees one in, he freezes, and he freezes in the wrong spot because that pitch stayed on the inner half of the plate.
He is ripped into center field, but it'll hang up for Cedon. A couple of steps to his right. He's there to make the play. Shutdown inning for Runhare.
Ranger Suarez back to work. Bottom of the 5th with a 2-0 lead. Pedro Pages first pitch swinging. Bouncer to second. Myers got it. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Scott watches one at the bottom of the zone for a called strike 3. 3 pitches to get the 9-hitter. Ranger Suarez, after that 27-pitch first inning, has been locked in. What a recovery, and his best stretch so far in his first 3 starts of 2026.
It's ripped on the ground, but on one hop, Wilson's got it. He flips on a underhand to Suarez over at first. The inning over. That is just exactly what the Red Sox were looking for.
Ranger Suarez has retired 11 of the last 12 Cardinals he has faced. Herrera bounces it to the left side for the 3rd baseman, Durbin. 1 away. Suarez with a big money deal. 5 years, $130 million with Boston for a kid who came from a farm in Venezuela and signed for $25,000 at age 16. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Walker, and that is called strike 3. Ranger Suarez, his 5th of the night. He's retired 13 of the last 14 Cardinals. Second time he has frozen Jordan Walker at the plate.
Same thing. He tries to go in, and that sinker ends up right down the middle. But because it has that movement, the hitter's guessing for something else, and it's too late.
You can tell that Suarez is starting to get that feel back. The last 4 strikeouts he's had, the 5 that he has delivered, have been looking. He has kept some of these Cardinals hitters off balance.
Swing and a miss. Awesome fastball right there, and Ron here does the job.
Came inside on Rafaela and frustratedly flings the bat down. That's got to sting. Rafaela, as of now, is going to stay in this game. Bases will be loaded with 1 out in the 7th, and back to the top of the order for Anthony. Duel is ready to go, and that'll indeed be the case as Ali Marmol comes out, hoping that this game stays where it's at. Tough spot for the Cardinal bullpen.
After being down 3-0, worked his way back into a manageable count here.
This is 3-2 pitches on the outside corner for called strike 3. A huge pitch from the lefty to freeze Anthony for the 2nd out. Now a chance to get out unscathed here in the 7th.
Is popped up into shallow right field. Walker's coming on. He's there to make the grab, and more frustration for this Red Sox offense. They leave him loaded.
Justin Brule comes on to get Anthony and Durbin, and he sends us into the 7th inning stretch. Time.
Command got hit by that pitch, so he'll get first base.
The call in the field is hit by pitch. Boston is challenging.
Well, the hitter will tell you everything you need to know about whether you get hit or not. And he did not react as if he got hit.
Yeah, that's about as clear and obvious as you'll get.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The batter is coming back to bat with a 1-2 count.
Let's see what this discussion is going to end up being about.
Are they going to try to see the catcher's interference?
Bill Miller is going to have a discussion here, the crew chief, after Marmol came out following the Cora challenge.
I don't think I've seen back-to-back challenges.
I don't think I have either.
Since the call of hit by pitch was overturned, St. Louis is challenging. It was catcher's interference.
So watch the glove and watch the bat. It hits.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, this is going to be, this could be a first timer.
A challenge of the challenge. So originally called a hit by pitch, looked to be a foul tip off the bat into the glove, but the bat hitting the glove would potentially indicate catcher's interference.
It would be fascinating because both would be right.
Yeah, like you can't blame either manager in that position.
After review, it was determined it was catcher's interference. So the call is overturned, and the batter will go to first base.
I'm not out of order. You're out of order. Duran out towards left center. The new center fielder, Church, racing over the left fielder. Fermin will save the play.
Ball's going away from the center fielder, and this ball's coming back towards Fermin. That's why he was able to make this play. If he's left-handed, that's going to be much more difficult of a play, but because his glove hand was on the left side, watch this ball fade back towards the glove hand.
Excellent job by Fermin out in left field. Nobody's been better in this St. Louis lineup. Now on a 6-game hit streak where he has hit 4 of those 5 home runs in that stretch. Jordan Walker puts a charge in a run. Rafaela back at the wall. Walker, his 6th of the year, finally cracks the scoreboard for St. Louis.
When the ball's up to a man that strong, you don't get it back.
So now Rafaela, who was hit by a pitch in his last trip to the plate, will come up with runners at the corners. First pitch swinging past the second baseman, Weatherholt. That'll drive in an insurance run. Boston answers back. Story scores. And the Red Sox manufacture a key run here in the 9th inning. Yeah. Another rocket, 105 off the bat of Rafaela.
Now a chance to extend that lead.
That's muscled into center field. Anthony with a base hit. Stopping at third, Narvaez. He'll get the stop sign there. Station to station. Baseball for the Red Sox. 3 consecutive base runners, and 4 of the 5 in this 9th inning have reached. And they're loaded up for Durbin. There's the base hit. In from third, Narvaez. Coming around is Rafaela indeed. That is the case. Durbin drives in a pair. And the Red Sox coming through big in the 9th inning. Boston has come up with 3 key runs here in the 9th. Duran the other way. That's through the left side, of base hit. Anthony comes across. The line keeps on moving for the Red Sox. A 4-run 9th and a 6-1 Boston lead. Now Contreras on the ground, and Urias had started towards the second base bag, had to recover going back towards the hole. A run scores in Durbin. Contreras drives in his 3rd of the night, and it's all Red Sox in the late innings now. Final strike for the Cardinals. Watson trying to close it out. Little tapper. He will cover the bag. Flipped by Contreras. The former Cardinal helps close it out for the Red Sox with a 3 RBI night, 5 in the 9th inning for Boston. And suddenly that 2-8 start is starting to fade a little bit after 3 wins in the last 4 games for the Red Sox.
Well, they're going to feel good about this. They got a chance to win the series, but more importantly, they put some runs on the board.